Keith, to come from a goal behind, away at a League One side, to win 2-1 and get through to the third round of the FA Cup, your day can't get much better, can it?
From a football perspective, probably not. The roller coaster ride of emotions that you're going through as a manager, day in, day out, never mind over 95 minutes. Wow, I'm so pleased that we've progressed to the next round, but we have today rolled our luck and beaten a very good side. The first 20 minutes of the game, I think the players were still thinking about vodka shots and vodka jellies. It's still probably in the system, last week's Christmas party. And wow, I half saw it coming, but I thought a week was more than enough to recover from a Christmas do. But we responded superbly. Half time, I'm a bit disappointed. We looked jaded, but wow, second half, it was more like us, we were on the front foot. And you asked the players, to respond, and they did. And it's about bravery in possession, bravery out of possession. I think we showed that bravery second half. I think, we've overcome a very, very good side there, and they are a good side, and we witnessed it watching DVD after DVD. So I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased that we've progressed to the next round. It means, and it can mean so much for a club like ourselves. I think it's 9 years since we previously were there. So from that perspective, there's a little bit of money in the bank, prize money, and hopefully we can get a very, good game for the next round. But ultimately, as a player, as a manager, you do want to progress in the competition.
Go back to the beginning of the game. If you'd have lost the game to the goal that Rotherham conceded, you would have been a very, very disappointed man, because it was obviously poor defensively.
No, I don't think it was poor defensively, poor decision making, and that's what it comes down to. You trust players to make good decisions, and when they make bad decisions individually, it can have massive ramifications, and it could have done. But we responded well. I had to make a substitution. I had to. I've got to be brave. I've got to make sure that I make right decisions on behalf of the team, not the individual. And I felt as though I did that. I didn't want to see the game get lost, and we responded well.
I don't know what you said at half-time, but your team seemed to come out in the second half a different side and pushed on and looked a miles better team.
Maybe asking for the watershed moment. Are you going to grow up? Are you going to become pedigree? The next 4 games. You've got to look at the situation that we've got. We've got players who, maybe out of contracts in January, players who may be going back to the clubs in January. And it's at this time of the season that I need them players to be playing for me and for Rochdale. There were 1 or 2 questions asked, but really it's about the players responding without fear. And I think they did that. I think they've responded with courage, and we saw that in the second half performance.
2 quality balls into the box, 2 goals. First one from the short free kick into the box, and we think it was Matty Lund who got the last touch. And then what a ball in from Joe Bunny for the winner.
Super. Peter Vincenzi on the far stick. He should score more goals than he does. But what a ball from Joe Bunny. On the move. I think Matty Dawn played well today. Partnering obviously as the game progressed. Scotty Hogan down the centre of the pitch. There's a little bit of naivety in them, but as long as there's honesty, and there's honesty in Joe Bunny, and there's a threat, and we showed more of a threat in the second half. When you look at Scotty Hogan's 2 opportunities as well, I believe he probably will score a majority of those opportunities that he's created in the second half. So I'm really pleased with the response. I'm pleased with the development of the team, Jamie Allen as well, and it's just important though. January, it's a big month to see if these players have got and can stand up to the credentials and what's expected, because there's an expectancy from the supporters for us to be successful this season. I believe that it's probably a little bit heavy on the players because we're only in our early stages, but we've seen so far as a manager you don't get any shelf life, so we've got to try and be as successful as we can, as quickly as we can, and results like this and staying in the competition will hopefully fuel and maintain our league position.
You mentioned who you'd like at some point to face in your career, in Jose Mourinho and Chelsea. Yeah. The draw tomorrow, what would you prefer tomorrow? Would you prefer like the big gun of Chelsea, Manchester United,
100%.
Or would you like to get someone like a Macclesfield type and progress through to the next round?
I'd love a top 4 side, or a team that's active in the Champions League, etc., etc. But you know, it'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant for the football club, and that it's not my sole responsibility, but I've got to be successful results-wise. But to bring a little bit of that FA Cup magic to Scotland, maybe, or taste, I don't know, playing against Arsenal away or Chelsea or Manchester United, I think that'd be special for the football club and for the players, because we may deserve that little bit of luck and fortune in the draw.